Hi, I'm Jeannie. Welcome to Mimi Craft, your home for all things creative and DIY on a budget. I make all the mistakes so you don't have to. Today I'm without a mic, so please forgive the audio. I'm going to show you a project that I worked on that I'm not completely pleased with, and I think I'm going to be remaking it. But I decided to post the video anyway because, not everything you make is going to turn out the way that you want it. This is my inspiration picture, and this is a project that I saw on Pinterest, and so I'm going to be remaking this with Dollar Tree products. First, I'm going to be starting with these wood slices. I used 3 bags. First, I sorted the wood slices according to their quality, hoping to use the ones that didn't look as good on the bottom of the project. Before I painted them, I laid them out in the pattern I wanted for the first layer. The rows went 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What I think I should have done is 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to experiment with that next time. This is the second layer. I'll let you count. If I had followed the inspiration picture, I would have stopped at 2 layers, but nope, just had to keep going. You'll see when I put it together later. Now, the first time I painted these, yes, I painted them more than one time. I painted them with the pumpkin colored chalk paint with a very dry brush. That's me doing this here. And as you'll find out, I was not satisfied and ended repainting them later. They turned out really orange looking. It doesn't look that way on camera, but trust me, in person it really was. So I added a little bit of brown. As you can see here, I'm comparing the 2 colors. It's hard to see, but the one on the left is much more muted. I thinned the paint out with a little bit of water so that I could use it like a stain. And then I applied it with a baby wipe. And this was not the last time I painted these wood slices. By the time I was done painting all these wood slices with this method, my fingers looked like I had been just binging on Cheetos all night. I arranged the orange slices in the original pattern that I decided on. That glove's a joke. I took it off and ended up getting the Cheeto fingers all over again. I probably should have put cardboard or wood under this before I started gluing these together, but I went ahead anyway and just crossed my fingers. I used Super Glue's brand of wood glue from Dollar Tree. I glued the individual slices together and later on glued the rows together. This glue is Super Glue's brand of wood glue from Dollar Tree. I put glue everywhere I thought there would be contact. I cleaned all the excess glue with a baby wipe. I started the second layer, and then remember I hadn't glued the individual rows together, so you'll see that after this. Then I finished the second layer. I should have stopped, but if a little is good, more is better. I regretted not putting a base under this, so I took my teeny tiny glue bottle and just loaded every possible crevice with glue. I was unhappy with the carrot shape, so I added 2 more wood slices to the back of the carrot. It helped a little bit. At this point, the shape was okay, but the thickness was out of control. For the top of the carrot, I took these ferns that I purchased a really long time ago. I thought they looked pretty good, so I just kind of messed around with them until I got them the way that I wanted them. And then I turned everything over and flooded everything with a very generous amount of hot glue. Next, I made the bow. I started with Dollar Tree burlap ribbon, and I just kind of got the lay of the land here, wanted to see how big I wanted the bow to be before I cut the ribbon. I folded both sides of the ribbon over to meet somewhat in the middle. Just use hot glue to hold it together. This ribbon is also from the Dollar Tree, and I measured it compared to the other ribbon because I wanted it to be just a little bit smaller, and did the exact same thing I did with the burlap. I glued the orange to the burlap, both of them with seams side down. Just hot glue again. I pinched the ribbon together to make it look like a real bow, and then used hot glue to hold it together. To create the center of the bow, I folded the orange ribbon in half and then wrapped it around the faux bow, and I glued it in the back. I trimmed it and then placed hot glue on the edges to keep them from fraying. Next, I made the tails. I laid out a piece of the orange ribbon, placed the bow in the middle just so I could judge how much ribbon I was going to need, and cut it. To dovetail the ribbon evenly, I folded it in half long ways and then in half again, and then took a pair of scissors and cut it at approximately a 45-degree angle. This way they were all the same length. Just like with the bow, I pinched the ribbon in the middle and then held it in place with hot glue. You can see a little bit better how I did it in this part of the video. Then I hot glued the bow to the tail. Before I glued the bow to the front, I made a hanger for the back. I cut a couple pieces, about 1 inch of popsicle sticks, to hold down a piece of twine. The twine will be the hanger. Then I glued the bow to the front. I hated where I glued it, so I pulled it off and glued it in a new spot. After the bow was on, I still wasn't happy with the color, so using the same method as before for mixing the paint, this time I used a brush and filled in all of the bare spots with more of the orange-brown paint. And this is how it turned out. This is my front door. And this is the project close up. Let me know in the comments below, would you be satisfied with this or would you like me to remake it? I'm going to remake it either way, and I will post the result in another video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please take just a minute to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave me a comment. How did you like the video? What else would you like to see me make? Until the next one, bye!